Robert, I've prepared for you a list.
I love a list.
5 ways in which other airlines went wild and Southwest didn't
Let's
in
do
these
it.
years after deregulation.
Number 5.
Super premium comfort economy class plus.
Yes.
So right? So there was first class and there was business class and premium economy, comfort plus, more legroom, even more legroom. And there is a logic to this, right? Which is, different people will pay different prices. Let's, if people want to pay for more, let's do that. Southwest is like, you know what? We got one kind of seat. It's just a regular seat. We'll fly you from one place to another in that seat.
Number 4.
Selling tickets everywhere.
Oh,
so
interesting.
Travel agents were still big in the 80s.
Yeah.
And then, in the 90s, the internet comes along and you get your Orbits and your Expedias coming along, online travel sites.
I'm a kayak man.
Southwest didn't care that much about travel agents and was not even on Orbitz or Expedia or Kayak actually until like last year, for forever, basically. I don't know if you ever noticed that. If you did a kayak search, they didn't come up.
You'd have to do separate searches for Southwest.
And so there's a straightforward reason for this. When you buy a plane ticket through a travel agent or through Expedia or Kayak, the intermediary gets some of that money. And Southwest wants to get all of that money. And so they're just like, no, we're not going to sell through those intermediaries.
So funny, right? Airlines are this glamour business, or they were for decades.
Yeah.
And like the airline CEOs at Delta and American, they don't want to be trying to save, 0.5%, 1%?
Right. They want to sell more tickets. That's not Southwest. Okay, number 3, hubs. So after deregulation, now remember, airlines can fly wherever they want. They're not constrained by the government. And they're like, we're going to fly everywhere. And the way we're going to do that is the hub and spoke model, right? So we're going to pick a city and tons of flights are going to go in and out of that city. And that way people can go wherever they want. They just got to go through, Atlanta if you're flying Delta or Dallas if you're flying American. Southwest? No. Southwest is like, you know what? We're just going to fly people from Phoenix to LA. And we're going to fly 10 flights a day, and it's going to be cheaper, and it's going to be great. We're not in the business of flying people wherever they want to go. We're in the business of flying profitable routes where we can sell cheap, reliable tickets.
They've done the research. They know that people are paying a lot of money. They know that they can undercut the current fares and that there'll be enough people to fill the planes.
Yes. And by the way, when they go into a new city, they typically go into not the main airport, right? Have you flown Southwest?
Oh, yes. I've seen a lot of the country in strange small airports. Yeah.
I used to fly San Diego to Oakland all the time. So, in San Francisco's the big airport.
I've done Oakland to Burbank.
That's a huge route.
That's San Francisco to LA to other people.
Yes.
But to me, it is Oakland to Burbank.
And there is a reason for this, right? It's those airlines tend to have cheaper gates, right? Airlines have to pay for gate space. Southwest, their passengers are not flying onto Tokyo or whatever. If you're American Airlines, you got to go to JFK or LAX or SFO. Southwest is that they're not in that business. And also, those airlines tend to be less crowded, which makes it easier to do a fast turn, right? They get jammed up less.
Oh, interesting, right? Because you can get right on the runway.
Number 2.
Yes, that's where we are.
Planes. So after deregulation, airlines like, we can fly anywhere, and for little routes, we're going to get little planes, and for medium-sized routes, we're going to get medium planes, and for big routes, we're going to get big planes. Southwest does not. With one very brief exception, they have flown one kind of plane the whole time, the Boeing 737, which, in keeping with the Southwest vibe, is not a tiny plane. It's not a giant plane. It's just a plane.
It's so funny, right? Boring is their competitive advantage.
Yeah. And just think about the efficiencies on this one, right? I mean, from small ones and big ones, you only got to print one seat back card.
Yeah, the pilots can fly any plane if you have to move. Yeah.
Well, you need a pilot gets sick. Is this pilot certified on this plane? Yes. The answer is always yes for Southwest. Even, the things like getting the baggage in and out, all the logistics, it's always the same. If they need to swap in a new plane, they always got the right plane. It creates this incredible efficiency of standardization.
This would be enough for any business. But you're telling me there's one more, the number one reason.
Yes. And it's kind of a meta reason. It kind of flows through all of these. Yeah. The number one reason that Southwest was able to stay efficient and profitable when all the other airlines went wild. They never tried to be number one. See what I did there?
Nice.
And think about this. I actually think this is really an important one and interesting and useful to think about. Airlines tend to attract big ego CEOs, right? I mean, most big company CEOs have big egos. But the airline business, as we've been discussing, is a bad business. You're not getting into it because you want to be rich. You're getting into it because, like, you want to fly the big planes. You want to beat everybody else. You want to be the most glamorous airline in the sky.
You're right. And they're kind of obsessed with this in the same way that broadcast TV used to be like, ABC's number one this week, NBC's number one the next week. And they want to be the number one airline in the world. In fact, when they are, don't they put that on their ads? Like, more people fly so-and-so than any other airline.
And you really see this. Like, when you read histories of the period, they're like the CEOs are personally obsessed with beating their rival. And Southwest is not. There's this really simple but great quote from Herb Keller. Quote, "Market share has nothing to do with profitability."
Oh. No, it's so true.
We don't want to fly more people than anybody else. We just want to make more money than we spend flying people.
This whole story is like an indictment of the way Americans do business, at least for a certain period of time, right? That they want the regulations. They don't want to compete.
Yeah.
They want to be number one, even if it means it costs their investors money.
But not Southwest. And this is why I think this is at the core of Southwest success, right? Like every other major airline that still exists that was around at deregulation has gone bankrupt at least once, some more than once. Southwest has not. They have been profitable every year for 50 years, with the exception of the pandemic of 2020. But a lot of those things from that list of what made Southwest great are about to cause it some real trouble.